I'm so thankful that our founders, Charles and Myrtle, the Fillmores, studied healing energy from all over the world and made it a natural part of how we use and access our spiritual powers in unity. So in order to utilize your 12 powers, we have to step back and take a look at chakras. Because when you take a look at how the Fillmores place and describe our 12 powers throughout the body, there's a lot of similarities to this ancient idea of chakras. So the word chakra comes from ancient Sanskrit, and it means wheel. So chakras are wheels of energy in us. That was first written about in ancient Vedic texts, ancient Hinduism, and in Buddhism. You might have heard someone say that their chakra is blocked. It's saying that that energy is not flowing, and we want our energy to flow, to stay open and aligned with the divine mind, because that energy, those energy discs in us, correspond to bundles of nerves and body parts that affect our physical well-being. Most of the time when you hear the word chakra, someone is talking about the 7 main energetic areas of the physical body that go from the base of your spine to the top of your head. So Pennsylvania University recently put out a report by Albert Schneider and N.J. Cooper. It's called A Brief History of Chakras in the Human Body. And I thought this quote was really important. A couple of decades ago, it was believed that the 7 chakras have worth only for spiritual development. However, recent scientific studies have proven the opposite, uncovering several regulatory energy systems of chakras in the human body that are deeply related to human psychology. Scientists observed several regulatory micro-networks in the human body deeply connected with immunity, health, mental peace, emotions, and happiness. Wow. Well, the Fillmores studied spiritual paths and energy systems. They were studying the transcendentalists in America, especially the thought system of Mary Baker Eddy. She was the founder of Christian Science, which advocates for healing only through the power of the mind. They don't advocate going to doctors. The Fillmores also believed in the power of the mind to effect change and healing of the body. Because Unity was founded on Myrtle Fillmore's healing miracle. She used affirmative prayer for 2 years to heal from tuberculosis, and she did heal. But the Fillmores utilized mind healing along with medical science, the best of both worlds. They were students of the Bible, but interpreted it metaphysically, as allegory and metaphor like we do. So as they looked at Jesus and his disciples, they noted, of course, that Jesus had 12 disciples. And as they were developing their ideas about healing, they recognized 12 powers in the body of Christ consciousness in you and in me. And that's how they developed their idea of the 12 powers. So Dawn's going to put up a slide about the 12 powers. Fillmore believed that each of us have 12 God-given powers and that we can create the life we want using these powers. So from the bottom to the top, elimination, life, order, strength, wisdom, love, power, zeal, faith, understanding, imagination, and will. Sometimes the powers are given different names, but the idea is the same. Fillmore wrote his 12 Powers book over 100 years ago, and sometimes words need to be updated, and that's fine. But the idea and the energy is the same now as it was then. When we start to focus on our own healing, on aligning those energy systems in our body, then we open up to the healing energy of the universe. Whether you call it a chakra, a wheel, or a power, the energy is the same. It's divine, and it can pour into and through you and me.